We're here in the No Whine Cellar, this one-of-a-kind basement gym, and we're gonna show you a whole bunch of vintage York equipment, including plates and dumbbells. This basement's got 3 squat racks in it, and there's even a completely separate garage gym that's jam-packed full of Strongman equipment. Let's give it a tour.
Massenomics.
Tommy, get down here. I found Keith.
Howdy, howdy.
We finally made it to the No Whine Cellar. It's taken us years, but we're here. Keith, are you going to give us the tour?
I guess I have to.
Yeah.
I was, I had some guerrilla attack today of a nice surprise. So here we are. This is the 5-minute warning tour.
This is our first time we actually did a surprise home gym tour. We came all the way to New York State. It's a big state.
Vast.
Big state, and Keith didn't know we were coming.
No.
Is there an orange gym here?
I thought you were going to the and she was very.
Well. Big Stephanie, his wife, was in on it, so she helped us surprise Keith. And we're here to the No Whine Cellar, and we're going to do the tour.
Welcome.
No Whine Cellar is the name. Why is it the No Whine Cellar?
So I think I had the gym for maybe a couple years, just as like no name, no really logo or theme or anything. And I was just I really wanted to come up with something. My buddy actually coined it because he came and we actually worked out here one day. We were supposed to be at work, and we kind of got a little workout in, like a decade ago. And he was just like the No Whine Cellar. And it just stuck because at that time, my buddy was a heavy drinker and I was not, so it just kind of stuck to the play on words.
No wine in your cellar, also like no whining when you're lifting.
Both. It's one of those double entendres.
It's like a double entendre. Yeah. Okay. So the No Whine Cellar. What year did it start? Because you've had a home gym a lot longer than a lot of people.
So
kind of.
2015 is when I say that it was established.
Okay.
Granted, maybe 5, even 10 years before that, I had something, but like I wasn't weight training religiously. I wasn't going to a gym religiously until 2015, and then it's kind of just evolved and morphed. It definitely didn't blow up during COVID. It was already what you're going to see today. It was like probably 80 to 90% of this in like 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
So mine was definitely pre-did COVID by a few years.
Yeah. We just wanted to wait for the 10-year anniversary tour, so that's why we're here now.
Yeah, that was actually this. Yeah, we hit that earlier in the year, 10 years.
All right, first area is come down the stairs. This is a basement gym, and we're kind of in like the dumbbell area.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3 benches here.
Yep.
2 adjustable, 1 flat. This is a rep adjustable. Is that a rep bench too?
Rep, and then this one. I hate this bench. It is the hardest pad in the world, but I think I paid $500 for it. This was back when it was actually cost $1,000 to get it. It's the Rogue Adjustable 2.0.
Oh, okay.
But now they make them modular, so you can get a 3.0 for half the cost because they can break it down and ship it in one box. So it's really hard bench to probably sell for what I put into it. So for now, it's going to live here indefinitely.
Yep.
It does the job.
It's benches.
Yep.
The way cooler part, though, your dumbbell rack setup. We talk a lot about dumbbells in home gyms. Tommy's got the Reppins. We did a review on that a little bit ago. Everyone's got something different. You've got something I love. It doesn't get much better than this. What do you got here?
So I was I will definitely take credit for being the first active crew member, to have a complete set of York round heads from 0.5 up to 100 with not missing anything in between. A mix of USA and pre-USA. If anyone's not familiar with York round heads, they were made over a 30-40 year span or more.
No stamp.
If they have a USA stamp on it, they're newer, probably early 90s, late 80s, but they're also, so the ones without a USA stamp are more collectible, but they're also less accurate. So with my big ones, I went out of my way for my 80 to 100s to make them all or to make them all USA. Like I traded and sold to get them to where they were more accurate. Because at one point I had a pair of 80s and 85s that both weighed like 84 pounds. So I had like 4 dumbbells labeled completely different weights that all weighed exactly the same. So very frustrating. So
these half-pound ones cost like $300 or $400 for a pair.
Yeah, that's a plane ticket to Crew Falls.
Yeah. These ones seem odd. These 9s. You wouldn't mind if I just take these with you? Like these 9s, these are a weird one.
They have a little bit of money to them.
Yeah.
It did take. It was a struggle. Like these are just cheap. I think they're cap or body solid. Nothing special for the dumbbell. racks, but
it works really well for it, though.
Over the
actually.
years, I painted them all orange, and I got 3 matching ones. But the top one, I was able to flip up the channel and put a little piece of plywood in it to make it a shelf. So that's all just, you know, like a half-hour project of kind of making it to where they.
Because the little ones don't fit.
Yeah, even the tins. I think you've mentioned it before. The tins wouldn't fit very well either. So yeah, that's been.
Got the complete set. You've also got, we were talking about it, a few different.
Oh yeah, we got some blobs.
Plate mates. Oh yeah, and you've got micro gains for the plates also.
But yeah, so I can pretty much do any interval of 1.25 all the way up.
But the actual blob set.
Yeah, the blobs
that we've got here.
I think it's 30 to 100.
In every 10s?
Yeah, and just in 10s, and all on the labeled side, because I'm not a maniac like you and can just like guess what weight it is by feel and then not really be sure until I compare it to all the other ones. So I don't know.
This is what you do for a blob. You pick it up.
Yep.
Oh, that's all you do. Huh?
Yeah.
You just
pick it up.
That's that one right there.
Just doing it one.
This is the 60. I like to put it upside down, and then it's actually a 90. That's actually a 90. You've had people here lift the 90?
Yeah, the 90s.
Have you had anyone lift the 100 yet?
So since we've got the 100, like no one's lifted the 100 yet. There's probably a couple guys in Rochester that could. They just haven't been over yet since we got it last year. So someday I do challenge them to get it.
I can do the 90. I'm going to come back once I can do the 100 and try and be the first person.
I'm excited to see how your 95 progression goes.
Yeah, I haven't got it yet.
You've invested, and you ended up getting the painted ones too. So I think you're going to end up wanting to strip those down and get them rusty. Because so actually on that vein, my buddy stripped this one down and let it rust for me because this came completely like satin black or semi-gloss black.
It gives it a little texture to it.
So where that's so much more liftable because my 50 I think is still like if this was about as hard like it's so much harder because I know you said you weren't sure how it would feel like that is so much harder than a 50 should be.
Right. Yeah, it's way slicker. The 70 is actually probably almost easier in a way.
So I think you're going to find that stripping that might be a benefit to you.
Wall decor, the walls are absolutely covered down here. It reminds you a little bit of Massenomics gym, and you've got a lot of the No Whine Cellar memorabilia all over the place.
Orange is the theme color down here.
Where's the orange come from?
So as a kid, it would have been the feeder school that I would have went to, that my brothers went and played sports at, but I ended up moving when I was 12, but it just always stuck with me. And I was a Cleveland Browns fan, so their theme color is orange as well. And I don't think I thought about orange for 15 years in my life, and then I was like starting a home gym and like, well, if I'm going to do something, let's get a little flair to it. And 10 years later, in 100 cans of spray paint, probably I've made a lot of stuff orange.
I better put these blobs away, else Keith is going to kick us out. He like everything in a place and a thing for every place or something.
There you go.
We're not going to cover everything because you actually have too much stuff, but you do have these are York split sleeve.
Yep, 2 Yorks.
Is this a collectible bar, or is it just over here by the York too?
It's not. The York Power Bar is though. I think you've had your hands on that one yet.
Right here.
It is so passive though. It's almost not. If someone offered me $300 or $400 for it, I'd sell it, but it's probably really only worth $2. It's just one of those things that I've acquired.
Keith has lifted in every Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic.
Absolutely.
Correct?
1 powerlifting meet, 2 strongman shows, and we'll see what TBD for 2026.
So you're probably going to run it back for the fourth time though?
Yeah, as long as we get some, as long as we have something to go do, as long as there's a reason to go out there. To the dean.
To the dean.
They're in the Chester now, the Rochester.
All right. I got to say it, Tommy, over in the corner here, we've got a sandbag corner, and I notice you haven't broken any of these yet.
No, these came to me in good shape. They weren't already broken. It wasn't a 200 that Jake crammed an extra 40 pounds into and already had a broken clasp. But no, these
Keith broke a sandbag this year at the Strongman Cup.
There's video proof that has been in multiple YouTube videos now.
Can you actually put it in this video? We can show
again. Nice. You'd be surprised how much sandbag work I can get. I can open up that curtain and move. I can flip all these benches up, which is actually Big American Joey E got me this bench prop as a surprise gift, so I can flip all these benches up somewhat safely and get about a 40-yard run in here carrying bags for farmers.
So you've gotten more into strongman over the last year or two. So you've started to get some more of that equipment. Well, actually, look, Keith's one of the rare occasions he has 2 home gym spots. So we're going to show you his garage in a little bit also, too, where you see some more of that strongman stuff. This is the big Rogue 4-post monster.
Yeah, the RM3 in burnt orange, I think it is. This was a big upgrade item for me. This was a Titan T2 for years and years and years, and it did the job. I had it scissored or daisy chained into the ceiling at one point when it was a Titan T2, so they're very crappy rack, but it wasn't going anywhere. Now this thing, I got a very overbuilt rack for what I do over here.
Did you have to cut it down? To make
I did. It sucks, and I didn't use the right saw necessarily, so it burnt some of the Cerakote, but it's hidden.
You can't.
So if I ever move, I'd have to take it to a machine shop and get it professionally cut down. But the one negative is where it's located. I can't go any farther away from the wall, so it's very tight over here. Like it's right, just enough to put plates on. Yeah, and if you have a specialty bar or a squat bar, it's even harder. But I've only the previous banner may or may not have had some dings in it from bars hitting it.
Is this your main squatting area?
Honestly,
then,
it's not.
Okay.
I squat over here when I'm vain and I want to get a front-facing video, I squat over here.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm squatting in one of the squat racks on the other side, just because their squat stands are just more convenient.
Yeah. Got your rafter-mounted pull-up bar
Yep,
here.
Headbanger there.
Yeah.
That's taken out many a good friend right in the dome.
Yeah, and then this is kind of like one of your memorabilia sections, a lot of your trophies and stuff from lifting, and your singlet with your face all over it.
Everyone thinks I make stuff like this myself and put my face on everything. I think newer crew probably do think that because they're like, why is this guy promoting his own face? But no, everything with my head on it was paid for and supported and came up with by my friends, and it's just a bit that's been going on for a couple years, and I love it, and it's great.
All kinds of stuff.
Trophies. Trophies and
coaster.
Medals. I wish everyone says, there's the medals are the longest, but what no one talks about is when you don't actually get a medal and everyone's saying how easy it is to get one. Because I've done double the meets probably than what I have medals and things for. But now that you're masters, it's a lot easier to get awards because you're kind of in your own little division sometimes.
Here's one of your plate trees right here. These are all York milled plates.
Yeah, the entire gym is outfitted with, I wish I had the number in front of me, but it's several thousand pounds of York milled plates that are all matching more or less. This one particular tree has all been repainted. It's one of the few. So I try to put all the plates that are not original patina paint on this one, just so they're not kind of like intermingled.
Milled 5 though, right?
Yeah, I've got, and I think I have at least one milled 2.5.
I was looking, I don't think these ones were.
Yeah, it's a painted milled 2.5 somewhere. So I do try to keep a little careful with that one because I could sell that for also a plane ticket probably.
Talking about the community aspect, Keith does this. Are these all magnetic?
Yeah, so frames? A magnetic picture sleeve that
I have hundred pictures.
Yeah, legitimately a couple hundred with. Some of them are just pictures of me lifting and stuff, but a lot of them it's the community that I have friends that have come here over the years. There's a lot of crew pictures too. It's hard to even get it in one shot because I've got like 5 different I-beams that have the pictures on them and everything. But it's just fun, and it's one thing I like to point out to friends because they're just like, oh wow, like this dude's been lifting in the community, and like I recognize that person. I've never talked to him before, but I've seen him at a meet, and he's been here before. I have a banner over in the corner that you guys will sign before you leave that everyone that's ever lifted here has signed. The rules with it basically is you have to drove more than an hour to get here, or flown more than an hour potentially. Yeah. Or be your second trip because I've also on top of the 50 people that signed that, I've probably had another 30 people that have come and just done one, come once, never came back.
You've got a lot of rules for it. You might need like a handwritten sign on that.
I always do tell people all you can do is sign your first and last name and the year. If you do anything stupid and ruin my thing, I will punch you in the face. And I've said that to pretty much everyone that's ever signed it because I'm just like, I know you could like go over it with a dry erase marker or something.
You don't want someone to like draw a penis.
No, because it's literally a living wall of history. Like
you said, this was one of the newest additions to the gym, right?
Yeah, we got a PR bell, so I'm gonna obnoxiously ring that after I flick my belt and I have to run over here.
Did you get that from Big Kevin when we toured the gym?
It was a coin. And I was looking, I was like, well, I don't want to do the boxing bell and just steal his.
This is cool.
And, I thought about like just a cowbell that you can take with you, but it was like you couldn't get like decent size ones. So yeah, just a dinner bell. That ended up taking a month to get here. I think Stephanie ordered that. I don't know how, probably 2 months ago, and the first one got lost, and then this one got stuck in, because I think it came from India, so it just got stuck in customs for the longest time, so it literally showed up yesterday. Perfect timing.
body solid leg extension slash leg curl.
Yep, that one does it. Yeah, it'll flip.
Oh yeah, you can. lay it
it'll
down and then
pivot and do other or. It's for what it is. It's great. It's not it's not cable driven and you can't really add bands to it. I think it used to be $500 new. Now it's like $1,000 new, which is wild.
Did you buy it new?
No. I think I picked it up. I think I picked it up while I was working in Albany, and I was able to pick it up for like $200 or something. And it was funny. I think you guys were talking the other day about your gym evolving and how like an extra stage. Or it might have actually been a different podcast, but nonetheless, there are no other podcasts. But someone was talking about how like there's this stage of it's not necessarily what's ever evolving and ever upgrading. So this is like the 6th installment of a leg extension leg curl that's lived in this exact spot.
Yeah.
But it's been this one for 5 years probably. Okay. And it's just the next one up would be twice the size or like 10 times the money. And I don't have any more room or money at the moment. So we're kind of stuck with what we got.
It is what it, treadmill.
Yeah, that's, I get a couple miles in that a year maybe. It's a 10-minute warm up when it's snowing outside isn't the worst thing. It's not the most comfortable, so I always do make sure I'm doing it on a little bit of an incline, so it's got a little bit of cushion on the joints.
Yeah.
Nice stereo system. I definitely there are people that don't know how to use a stereo. Like they don't understand. They start coming over here and fucking with the input and pushing buttons. They just don't get it. But I know my way around a stereo receiver in the gym. I do have a newer receiver, but my Pioneer speakers, they're got to be almost 35, 40 years old, the tower speakers. My dad bought them for me at an auction or a yard sale when I was 15, so in 2000, and they were not new in 2000. I have been pumping bass through them since I was 15 years old.
Just getting broke in.
Oh, yeah, and they've got a lot of life left into them.
What's this?
That is a podcast that I am a co-host of, the Unpaid and Underrated podcast by crew for crew. If you're a member of crew or you're thinking about it and you want to come on and talk to a couple guys and get your name and your face out there and tell everyone your life story, that's how we kind of help crew get to know crew. So we kind of cater to, if you come to Crew Falls, if you come to the Arnold, if you come to Home Gym Con, that's where I meet you. I do all the scheduling for the podcast, so you meet me in person, you're probably going to be on the podcast at some point in the next year. So that's it's been our little passion project the last 2 years that the sisters have sponsored for us for.
So if you're watching and you're not a Massenomics supporting member, get signed up now, and then someday you can be a guest on Unpaid and Underrated.
And that's the goal.
This is cool.
I think it was just something off Amazon. It's not a vintage tin plate. It is sold new as a vintage tin plate. I wish it was something old and cool.
You tricked me.
Yeah. It was just. You have a gym this long, and you have people that love you and want to buy you presents. And I don't have a whole lot of other hobbies, so I can't just like, hey, buy me these like $4 $50 items. So it's like it's all just little knick-knack gym stuff. It seems like
the deadlift platform.
Yep, that is one of the oldest things in here. I think I built that probably in 2016, maybe. Before I used to just deadlift on like 3 stall mats together because I had no clue like what 400 pounds would do to a floor. But yeah, the two full sheets of deck plywood, the one nice piece of cabinet grade, and then stall mats on the side. One thing I wish I would have done is made the centerpiece smaller because I got all my sumo friends that bitch and moan about how slippery it is, and I've even sprayed it down with like a tacky clear coat that gives it a little bit of grip, but it ends up getting worn off. But yeah, I would have either gone all carpet, all matte, or making the center plywood only like 24 inches wide or something.
And this is we were talking about the Kabuki deadlift bar you've got.
Kabuki deadlift bar.
You don't like the Rogue deadlift bar?
Oh, the Rogue deadlift bar is the worst deadlift bar in the world because it's literally like 4 or 5 inches shorter than any other deadlift bar. So ipso facto, do science, it's not very whippy.
But you like the Kabuki?
Yeah, so I had a heavy double I was supposed to do this morning coming off of a week of not being in the gym, and I was like, if I can get a couple more pounds out of this than I can the Texas. Historically, I do pull on a Texas, but it was part of my I just wanted to pull a little bit more weight, and it didn't really work out because I didn't even hit my goal this morning. But
what are these stall mats with? Is this the underside?
So that's the underside of a diamond plate. So these.
Keith is a diamond plate stall mat guy.
We got a handful.
You can see throughout the gym. It's completely lined with diamond plating.
The thing we're standing on are actually 3/4 inch foam puzzle mats, but then 90% of the rest of the gym is like 4x6.
So how come you ended up with these here and the stall mats and the rest, or just what happened? And
this was like a $200 project, and it would cost another $600 for stall mats probably. And at the time, we were having some plumbing issues with the sewer backing up. So
these are easier to get out of here.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I like to stretch out and do yoga, and not really like stretch. This is the stretching area,
so
it's easier to cut around like staircases and stuff with foam than it is.
You've got another York plate for you here. You've got quite a few York plates. What's the poundage number on the York plates? Or
we can put it in the. I think I have 29 pairs of 45s, and then less than that on all the change plates. But like still, at least I have 10 pairs of at least 10 pairs of every plate, and then almost 30 pairs of 45s.
This might be the second highest number of made in America plates that I've toured in a gym.
I bet it is. I bet it is. This is one feature. If any companies are out there watching, I hate that you make 6-tier plate trees and don't have a 5th.
So you added that?
So Big Matt Sesney, who you were at this morning, he welded this up for me. So it's just a little adapter that I sit on top of that, and then I can put my 2.5s there, and it just frees up a whole nother spot for plates because I'm not a lunatic that wants to marry my 2.5s and 5s on the same thing.
Right.
It'd be fine if I only had a pair of 5s and a pair of 2.5s, like I do that in the garage. But down here where I have dozens of pairs of everything, it messes with the flow. So yeah, a little feature, that little like small feature just helps me be happy.
Wall control with a bunch of your attachments because we've got your cable machine right here, and it is a
Parabody,
pull down or a low row, right? Both,
The combo. I got this. I paid $100 for this in 2016, and it came with a bunch of the wider kilo plates that I sold and that I flipped for what I paid for the whole thing, I think.
And did it come with the Massenomics Drink Spotter XL?
That was another $100.
Okay,
that was. But I do have
strong magnet.
I wish I had my count, but I think I almost have as many drink spotters as I do 45-pound plates.
You've got one more now.
That's awesome.
Add it to the spreadsheet.
That's great. That is great.
Now you've got the black drink spotter chill.
Yeah, I do. These are my favorite gym drink koozies for sure. Yeah, I do. And I was wary at first because I'm like, I know I'm having like a tall boy monster, and I'm like, oh, is this gonna stay? But then, it's that damn magnet so strong that it ain't going nowhere.
Okay, barbell rack over here.
Oh yeah, this is the Buddy Caps, Hall of Fame here.
So EliteFTS SS yoke bar, of course.
Yep.
We've got an aggressive knurling bar. Is this what do we got here?
It's more aggressive because it's stainless. So it's just a basic Ohio Power bar.
Okay,
it's not an aggro or anything. It's just, but that would be my daily driver for like a power bar necessarily. I think I've used it twice in the last couple of years though.
The Duffalo.
The nickel Duffalo.
Yeah, the nickel.
Nickel's hard to find. And
the nickel's cool.
I think I had the bright zinc for a while, and I was able to. A guy in Buffalo was selling the nickel one, which is just more desirable because it's a little more durable, and it just. So it
really pops.
It does. I think it shows less scratches too. I think the zinc was a lot more scratchy. And then I've got
the Texas Trilogy.
There is the is it tertiary or what's I'm not big words.
There's 3 of them.
Yes, there are. So Texas squat bar, deadlift bar, and power bar. The 28.5. There's a 29 over there, but it's not orange. Maybe 2 years ago I was kind of hitting that like. We got a little melancholy. I had a lot of money burning in my pocket, and I was like, I didn't need. It was before I got into Strongman, so I didn't have a big list of stuff to buy. So I was like, I'm just going to start, turning my bars orange. And we did it as an experiment first. I think Stephanie actually got me this as a present. Was the orange one because I've had mixed results with Cerakote from Texas Power Bars. Some of the bars come out super sharp. Some come out super dull. All 3 of these are as sharp or sharper than what I would get in a bare steel or a black. And I would put them up against any of them. Like I think when I sold the black oxide versions of it, like I couldn't tell a difference blindly. So but
Rogue trap bar also mounted on the wall.
That thing's fun. It was an upgraded from a Titan.
You is this a pain when you mount stuff into the concrete block wall, or
just drill a hole with some Tapcons. It's not too bad. The only thing that sucks is like. I try to make sure that's where it's going to be forever.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to go back with hydraulic cement and then paint it, and it's too much of a pain.
Well, so this is a Massenomics certified training facility. In case you missed it. So how did you hang up the Massenomics?
I think that is double-sided sticky tape.
Okay, does that stick decently?
I've got a love-hate relationship with all. I'm on like my 10th different version of tape. I've tried carpet tape. I've tried like different grades of double-sided tape, and I've recently even got the ones that are just the Velcro. And they're not working great either. It's just, there's not a perfect world. There's not a perfect way to mount stuff on the wall because inevitably something falls down. You turn the fans on, you get humidity. It's
well, you can hang it however you want to. Just make sure to get signed up to be a certified training facility.
3 spots left.
Yeah, we're down to the final 3 spots. Check it out. Check out the map. You can find the No Whine Cellar there.
Absolutely,
You can click on this video when we'll be there on the map.
Currently, it's just it's a cup. But depending on when this comes out, hopefully it's a Hall of Fame jacket,
Yeah.
because I will be Hall of Fame jacket level in December. So
Yes, also Keith is obviously a supporting member.
Yes.
He has been for a long time. He's in the Cup level Hall of Fame, soon to be the jacket level Hall of Fame when he visits us this winter at Crew Falls. You too could sign up at Massenomics.com/join.
69er bust.
Yeah. Okay, so we looked at your big 4-post rack over there. And now over here, that's not all. There's more racks in
I got
your basement. So
two.
what are these twin racks?
They are,
then?
yeah. They're not from the Twin Cities, but twin racks.
Yeah.
The SM1, I think. So
I like this rack.
Yeah, they're not the Monster Light. They're the Monster line. At one point, I had the Monster Light one, and it was just like everything. Everything in here has had like 3 predecessors of something shittier, and these are just. I'm not getting much better than this. One of my buddies actually works in a machine shop and was able to fabricate some angle brackets for me, to where this one's bolted down, so it doesn't move at all. Like the other one, if you rack 400 pretty hard, it'll tip a little bit, but it's not going to tip over. It'll just lift the front end. But this one doesn't move. So this is like when I'm squatting or pressing in the basement, this is my rack right here, just because it's got more wide open spaces on it and it's just more convenient.
So someone said, why the heck does he have so many racks in his basement? You have people come over and lift
I do. I always tell people, if I was the only one training down here, or even if it was just my wife Stephanie and I, we'd have 2 racks maybe. Why does someone have 3 racks? Because at times there's, it's about a 700 square foot area down here. I've had 15, 16 people down here all actively training before. That's not a normal. The normal is just me and my wife. Once a month, maybe 5 or 6 people. Occasionally 10 people. But yeah, we've had close to double digit, or we've had over double digits down here many a time. So you have 2 or 3 people in each squat rack, bench press, dumbbell work. I mean, there's just a variety, and it's all been. I've morphed my gym to cater to that, because who doesn't want to have friends come and use their bathroom and hang out in their basement and double park outside and track snow in the house and all that. But no, it's awesome. Like if you're lifting and you're not into, if you don't have some type of community, the lifting community, it pretty much adopts everyone.
Then waiting down the back of this rack, you've got 4 pairs of York.
Four pairs here. There's another one over there on the reverse hyper too. So
okay. Oh yeah, we looked at the York milled place. Well, these are the York deep dish. These are older, and this pair on top in particular is considered marked because it has the 45 on it.
Yep. Not Chris marked, but just marked.
Yeah. So those are not inexpensive plates.
No.
And Keith said, as a parting gift, Tommy, you and I are each going to get 1 set of our choosing.
Yep.
So,
I mean, if you can smuggle them out up your butt, you can take them. But
threaten us with a good
a lot
time.
of the stuff too. It's like very few things have I paid market value for down here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you guys talk about that a fair amount. Like 80. Without referencing a spreadsheet, 80% of what's been down here has been purchased secondhand. Obviously, all of the vintage stuff was secondhand, but even the new stuff, I think I bought one of these racks new, and then it's like if I found another one on Marketplace, then I had to buy the spotter arms. But overall, maybe some of that's morphed over the years, because a lot of the newer bars have been bought new. But I would still, 80% is probably a fair assessment of what has been bought new versus. So I'm not at Mo level, but not far off.
Yeah, and you've got a second bar rack over here.
Another tree.
You talked about the other Texas Power bar.
Yep, that's Tommy's favorite history bar right there at the top.
Tommy loves the history on these bars.
And then they got the Kabuki Power.
Oh yeah,
that one. Do you have the black one or do you have the bear?
No, I have not this color.
That one's frustrating to me because when I go to set up for my bench, honestly. It's so. Where the knurling starts and stops, it's so hidden to me. I don't know, it's just where my lighting is when I'm benching. I struggle to find where to put my thumb.
And what's this bar?
That is a Rogue Ohio bar in stainless steel. I got such a good... I basically paid nothing for this because I got it with this axle from Gorilla Strength, because someone thought that this $300 axle was a Titan axle and sold it to me for $50, and I think I gave him $100 for this bar, so I had like $150 between like $700 worth of bars.
What's this fancy bar here?
That is a duplicate Ohio Power. Okay. That is that's one of the bars I would like if I could turn this into a Chewy without costing me $1,000, I would, but I'm not gonna sell this at a loss.
This is stainless steel?
Yeah. So. And that's funny enough too. I bought one of them brand new, and then I got lucky and found another one used. It's good to know people and know who to follow on Marketplace. And like there's a guy I follow that literally sells brand new, top of the line stuff like twice a year. He just buys it and he's like, oh, I don't like this. Let's get rid of it. So if I just always have his alerts on, I'm like, oh, I've bought a lot of stuff off of him.
You've got double easy curl bars.
We do.
This one though.
That one almost fits the vein of your favorite. It's chrome, but it is a York split sleeve.
Yeah, this is a York split sleeve.
An Olympic one too, because it's like
no knurling too.
No, it's very smooth. I think at one point I had a knurled one, but it had different bends. And this one I found was a comfortable one. I think
this is a classic.
Yeah, when I first got that, it was completely covered in rust, and they did the sacrilegious thing of covering it in the athletic tape. So trying to get athletic tape off of anything metal, I had hours with goo gone, or goof off, whatever, trying to get that off.
Very smooth.
Yeah, so I put a lot of time and effort putting that one in. So I like that one, and then I've got I consider all curl bars rackable, so it is not Rogue's rackable curl bar, but it is a rackable curl bar.
Everything's rackable.
It absolutely is. Yeah. You only need to be.
Then the original drink spotter.
Oh yeah, that thing gets used. Oh God, once a month maybe.
Yeah. You use the deep dish on there, huh?
They live there for now because if I go 5 plates over here, it makes it very hard to get the trap bar out. And I'm like, all right, well, I either need to sell them or put them somewhere.
Or give them to your friends that visit from South Dakota.
I mean, you know the rules.
It could be anything.
And I sometimes I've thought about like getting them all sandblasted down and making them all match, because a lot of them aren't original paint and they have been just poorly spray painted by someone else. But it's like, at that point, I don't know. I'm not putting any more money into them, and they're cool. I'll break them out in deadlift or squat 405 with them periodically. Yeah. I have 5 pairs now, so I could do 495 or 500 with them, but I haven't got to the point where I'm doing 500 unless it's a high rack pull. So maybe that's the next thing to do, though.
The Kabuki.
Yeah, Kabuki Cadillac bar, the original
Cadillac of bars.
It is the original. I don't love the Rogue one. I've had my hands on that one. The grippy textured powder coat on this, to me, is more aggressive than the very passive knurling they have on the Rogue one.
Okay.
This is a great bar for me, too, because I'm about 5'8" on a good day, and I can actually overhead press in the rack behind Tommy, as long as I space out the plates a little bit and get right between the floor joist. And so this will take care of my log needs throughout the winter when I'm not going in the garage when it's sub-zero.
Your box for box squats or whatever you do.
It's a sturdy box.
Yeah, it's a sturdy box. And then
handy unit.
Your grip wall kind of is what we got going on here.
Couple things.
Barbell Rescue.
Yep. Code unpaid at Kim Barbell Rescue. He's a good guy. Good stuff.
Look at this thing.
That has got some work.
The horse stall mat gripper by Massenomics.
Yes.
Are you on the leaderboard?
I'm at the very low end of it, and my wife is on the very high end of the women. And I think she only.
Your numbers are almost the same.
Yeah, I think I edged her out by about 11 pounds, and it's all I could do to get that. And it was, but with this too, it's not your traditional grip strength I found. I don't think necessarily, but a lot of it is just like my wife played piano for 20 years, so she can just grab a hold of something and not let go. Whereas I'm like, it's just falling out of my hand. Like,
sounds like he's making excuses for himself.
I'm a big wussy. I'm not strong. I've never admitted.
Your crew sticker wall, which is you magnetize all your stickers, right? Yep. So these are all magnets.
Outside of my pictures, probably like this might be one of my second favorite things here, because this same thing with the sticker with the pictures. I'm a big community guy. They didn't name me the crew glue for no reason. So
yeah, we missed that sign actually.
This is a passion of mine. Like, I've gotten so many stickers from crew. I'm more prideful of this too, because I mean, maybe half of them were mailed to me, but I think I've received in person probably more stickers than too many. I don't think there's too many people that have been at as many different events that I have that did in-person sticker exchanges. So I am pretty proud of that.
Keith has not missed very many Massenomics events.
No, but when I look at the financial outpouring, I don't know how many more I can continue to make annually. I will do my best, but
can you afford not to?
Something's got to. I just have to. Crew Falls will be a little cheaper this year because I got lucky and got invited into an Airbnb, but not a bad one like last year's Airbnb. So hopefully, I was promised a literal bedroom that I didn't have to share. So if that's not the case,
we'll see how that plays out.
I really don't want to buy a hotel on top of that.
You have a dedicated bench. What brand is this?
So State of the Art Welding.
Okay.
He's a local guy here. Yep. He's made a couple things for me. He made my chalk bowl years ago too.
SOA. Something's popped up in the Sisneys of them. We've been in the
his lat pull down is SOA. Yep. Yeah, local guy, kind of basically between me and Matt and Jess.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of an EliteFTS bench that we've got.
Basically, I was going to spend $2,000 and get an EliteFTS delivered, or I think I paid him like $900 and went and picked this up.
That's
probably 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah. Did he paint it orange for you?
Yeah, this was orange. That was a little bit of a frustration too, because when I first got the chalk bowl, not all colors are the same. So, do you try to match up your reds very well? And it can't be that.
Yeah, it
so
doesn't always work that way.
Yeah, so when I got my chalk ball came to me, my chalk bowl base came to me a lot more orange, red orange. And then when I compared that red orange to this orange, I was like, man, that's just horrible. So I found a spray paint that was almost identical to this, and ended up repainting that. And then that's the spray paint that I've used on
whatever
three
you
plate,
painted. 3
dumbbell racks, 3 plate trees, and an axle, I think. I've painted a lot of stuff.
You recently, I don't know if you want to show it off or not, but you recently made another important.
We did add the No Whine shitter, Stephanie. So it was mainly, we're in a small 1,000 square foot ranch house. My wife and I have lived. We are some dinks. We've lived here for a long time. We've only had one bathroom the entire time. We've got away with it, but every now and then there's some emergencies. I definitely have had to utilize the basement sink in the past, but now we have a nice. It's probably not worth showing, but there is a standalone.
Well, you can at least take a peek behind the curtain.
I haven't. So we have a toilet and we got some curtains. So I wouldn't recommend doing number 2 down here just yet. But walls TBD if they ever get coming, because I have $100 in curtains, and walls would cost me $3,000 probably. So for now.
I tested it out. It worked.
Yeah, right after I told him not to do number 2, and we're still down here, One thing I did want to show off, little things that people don't think about that'll make them happier in their gym. Just shit like this. Like, this is, I think, 911 Custom Designs, I believe it is. No, not 911, 912. 912. Yeah, 911, yeah, 912. But yeah, just little things that you can do to put your gym logo on.
So what was that? Was that magnetic? Or what
yeah, so he basically laser printed the plastic and had, like, the logo cut into it, and then did magnetic strips on the back. But Marcus from this company, he literally went back and forth with me for, like 15 DMs until we got the logo the way I wanted, where I was like, for what I paid, he did more work than what I was necessarily going to get out of it. But there's just little stuff like that. I mean, I have little bling and flair like that all over the place.
Well, it's all over
That just makes me happy. If that doesn't make you happy, that's fine. But I don't know. I take pride in my gym. A lot of people probably don't, but I mean, this is our hobby. I don't know. This is my baby. We don't have kids. We don't have other hobbies. I don't hunt. I don't fish. All my expendable money goes down here, and that is one thing too. People think that you need to. I don't make a lot of money, guys. Like, I'm not rich. I've built this gym over a decade.
And it's been one of your primary hobbies that you focused
on.
It's been a priority for you.
My lovely, beautiful wife allowed me to basically. She was very generous and said, "All right, all your overtime money, all your side work money, anything you make that's outside of your 40-hour week, you can." And that's what I consider side work. For years, I flipped. I've made thousands of dollars flipping weights over the years.
Yeah. And it doesn't just mean doing.
I mean, that's we can play with the plate. But buy low, sell high. It sounds like a scummy thing, but when I was in my late 20s and had no extra money, I wouldn't have this if I didn't. I had a pair of York deep dish 20 kgs, and I was able to turn those into a pair of unmarked pound plates and $3,000. And that $3,000 bought probably 20% of what's down here. That definitely bought like 2 racks and another 1,000 pounds of plates or something. So at that point, I had to do something like that. And I've gotten very lucky at finding some really good deals.
All right, that's the basement. Should we check out the garage?
Yeah,
We're not done. Yeah,
no, there's a whole other gym.
Yeah, we got to look at the other gym. Yeah. All right, let's check out the garage.
Do it.
You found us, the No Whine Cellar garage?
Yeah.
Or what is it? Or is it the No Whine garage? Or
there's a few different. I think someone even made a freaking parody Instagram. I don't know. I like to call it's the No Whine Cellar compound, because it's kind of it's the whole plot, but the garage, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is newer though, right?
Yeah.
This is like the last year
and a half. And this had even like baby roots. It was just a couple crappy pairs of crash pads and like one Titan log was like all I had, and then. 2 years later, it's
full diamond plate flooring to match the basement.
I need a couple more pairs. The back end is just kind of pieced together with scraps, so it gets a little sketchy back there. But for the most part,
Got your Concept 2 rower?
I got such I couldn't afford. I literally put pen to paper and couldn't afford not to. They're like $1,100 rowers. They sell on Marketplace for $800 all the time. And I think I got it for like $250.
Okay.
And it was like an hour. It was an hour round trip for $250, and it was a flyer.
Stole this.
Yeah, I did.
The lady
said she had like 60 people DM her and like offer her hundreds of dollars more, and she honored my deal.
And you've done the Massenomics 100
I did,
meter dash
I think I
challenge.
got like 19 seconds or something.
Sub 20.
Yep.
Your crash pads, you've got several. You have the AbMat, the big dogs.
If you want to get anything from AbMat, go to Coach Carp. He's got a good, well, unless Massenomics has an AdMat affiliate, use theirs.
By the time this video comes, we're going to get an AdMat affiliate. So.
But
we do have a bunch of affiliates. If you go to Massenomics.com, our website, there's most of the brands we talked about.
The funny story with those crash pads, the log crash cushions, I believe as they are, I kind of didn't know if I was going to go all in on Strongman or not. And I was doing log off of this, which just sucked because it was bouncier and all hell. And I ended up throwing almost damn near $500 in getting these delivered to the house. And at that point, I was like, well, now I'm a Strongman now. Like I can't afford not to continue to build out my Strongman kit. Fringe yoke. Don't buy it, but I mean, it was like $200 on Marketplace, whatever. It gives me a thing.
Works.
It gives me a thing to put bags and kegs over without
the
dying.
crossbar diameter is small.
It is.
Like that'd be my only real critique. The rest of it doesn't really. I mean, it can be lighter duty and still work. And
I've got a physical thing where I'm not putting a yoke on. I can't put anything high bar because I got a little lump there that I'm not supposed to aggravate. So. Unless I get really low with a yoke, I don't ever really intend of doing a yoke. I'll just skip that event. So for me, it is just and every show has a stone or a bag or a keg over bar. It seems like so.
So it's more.
I had a very. If you guys came here a couple months ago, there was a very sketchy, like the $50 Amazon squat stands that I had, like with a barbell going across it, and then like kegs weighing it down. And I'm trying to put a 200-pound sandbag over it, and the whole thing's just falling over. I'm like, this has got to change. I can't do that.
What plate tree is this?
It's identical for the one downstairs. It just does not have the Matt Sesney special adapter yet, but there is one requested. So the Rogues vertical plate tree
with your bumper plates.
Yeah, and it fits a lot too. And before I had that, I had like bumpers like all in the wall joist or the wall cavities. It was very frustrating. So I've been able to get almost everything on there.
What log is this?
It is the 12-inch pit bull.
So that's a sought after Strongman.
Yes, very much so. That's ironically that's the second one I've had in the last year or so. That's not the one that Big Kevin stored for me for about 9 months, because that one had a little dent in it, and I was able to sell that for more than I paid for that one. And so I couldn't be upset with that.
What red Cerakote bar
is this?
That is a very
weird bar. It is. I think it's made by American Barbell, but it's the hammer strength. So it's like it's just a commercial gym bar, but $125 or something for a Cerakote bar. That's good. That is my beater bar essentially.
Okay. And then the axle,
homemade axle,
downstairs.
I've got more money in that than I'm happy to admit. So if anyone just gets like the plain Schedule 40 or 80 pipe, you can make an axle, but then getting some type of collar set's the hard part. So on Amazon, I bought these collars that are like Allen head set screws, and I made the mistake of seeing it listed as 2-piece, thinking that it's going to be a pair. And they were like $20. So I ended up, instead of having $20 in making that an axle, I have $40 in it because I had to buy the damn thing twice.
What kind of farmer's carry handles?
The top-loaded Titan ones. And if you actually feel I've felt a few of them. That knurl is actually good. I've had some that I've felt that the knurl was just non-existent. So
top-loaded farmer's handles are always cool.
So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to have better or worse knurling, because better knurling makes it easier, but you don't really want it to be easier. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess.
Kind of a conundrum.
Yeah.
Kegs.
Many a keg, Bob. Thanks to Big Dan Eager. He dropped 4 kegs off for my birthday. I think I still owe one of those to Lucas in Rochester, but he has never come to get it. So
these were good prepping for the Lift Hardly.
They did. I was able to. Actually, maybe I got them right. No, I did. I got a couple sessions with them, but with a mystery carry, it's like you don't really know what you're doing.
Always an important implement for a garage gym.
Yeah, the old DeWalt blower. I am a.
Blower.
I'm not a Milwaukee guy. I'm a
DeWalt guy.
I'm a DeWalt 20-volt guy. That's just. Milwaukee might fare better, but when you already have, you're already invested in DeWalt.
You're in the ecosystem.
Yeah, it's like I literally can't afford. I have like 30 different tools that they have.
Over here, you've got more sandbags to break.
A couple more sandbags. Yeah. There's a
lot of potential of breaking sandbags in here.
Many a sandbag.
Yeah, and then, you do have a lot of sandbags, though. When you have like 4 downstairs, so you got
okay. Well, when it's raining, I'm not coming outside to do runs, so I can still do stuff in the basement when it's snowing and all that. So the end goal is to have duplicates from like 150 to like 200, 175, 225, something like that. Right now, I'm a little short of that, but it'll get there. Some of these bags are actually borrowed. One of my friend Big Chris, he was like, they're just sitting in my buddy's garage. Come get them, and I've had them for like two years later. They're still here, so they're not mine. So in my back of my head, I was like, I still need to replace these with my own ones. But for now, just being able to do a little bit of everything. But it does suck when your coach programs you with a 175 bag and you want to do it outside when it's nice and sunny and your 175 is in the basement. And I about died carrying it downstairs. It's never coming back up full with sand. So
you'll just have to break it.
At least not by me.
Yeah.
So maybe someone stronger can carry it upstairs, but it ain't by me.
You've got a very nice circus dumbbell.
I do,
Top
yeah.
of the line.
The negative on it though is none of my goddamn plates fit in it. At least not well. I need that's a project. I need to, because I know there's going to be some variance in the diameter of some of my York change plates.
So is it the center?
Yeah, the center's too girthy for my plates.
You need crappier plates.
But I'm not going to do that. I've thought about that, and like I see deals on it, but I also want nice plates out here. So no, I thought about sanding it down, but there's not a lot of meat left to take off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lug this thing downstairs, as shitty as that'll be, and I'm just going to sit there for like an hour and go through and put every 2.5, 5, and 10 on it, and whichever one
what fits, and then those come up here.
I've literally like 400 plates down there. Something's going to fit, and if not, I don't know, I'll sell it and I'll get a Titan one. I don't want to do that, but
I didn't know you had this. You got a Husafel still.
We do. That's another, like with Strongman. Like there's not a whole lot of assholes in Strongman that I've come across. Another borrowed piece. One of my buddies was storing this at the commercial gym that we go to, or public gym. I wouldn't call it a commercial gym. And the head coach there was like, you have to get this out of here. And he was like, well, I don't have room for it yet. And he was like, well, you can store it at my house. I was nice enough to offer, to store it for him. He did tell me recently he needed to get it back, and I was like, let me know. I'll bring it to the gym anytime you ask. But yeah, the Husafel carry, I can get about I think it's a 75-yard driveway there that I can put some effort into. Just has a nice little down incline, which isn't the most fun, but I don't know. There's not a ton more Strongman stuff I can fit in here. I got to figure out like wall storage and stuff, but it's like everything's so heavy for Strongman without putting some plywood up. I don't really know what the best way to store stuff would be, but getting the log off the floor was pretty clutch. I have a couple of 2x4s keeping that up.
So we looked at the basement, we looked at the garage. You got a lot of Strongman equipment, a lot of powerlifting equipment, pretty much every plate you could ever want, every bar you could ever want. So what's left on the No Whine Cellar wish list?
An upgraded yoke, maybe a combo rack, or like, but everything I have left is like, I got to have a windfall of like a few $1,000s to get it.
You'd almost have to swap something out then too.
Like, so the orange bench down there could turn into a combo rack, but then it's like, It fits the floor space down there perfectly. There's just enough room to walk by. When I'm doing low rows, I'm not hitting myself on it. So if I go a combo rack there and I end up like falling down from a low row, I'm gonna bash my head on the foot of the combo. So it's like, and the combo would be nice for multiple people to work in together. But like with my numbers kind of being up and down, it's like I'm not gonna throw $3,000 at a combo rack. So once every 6 months, someone can squat with someone else when there's 3 racks. So just use the other rack.
Okay, so but you have a pretty complete gym at this point. There's just little stuff here that you can trade.
It will evolve. There will be things like more sandbags. I'm gonna have to get my own Hus soon. Possibly a smaller circus dumbbell, because that one's like at 90% of my max. So starting at 90% on circus sucks.
Hus is what those of us in the business refer to Husafel stones at.
That is the hardest word. Like, when I go to Google that periodically or search it on Marketplace, I'm like, how do you spell that again? It's not a word I've used a lot in my life. So
it's kind of like pulley or Cerakote or
Cerakote. And since I do hear people say pull now, and I'm like pulley, and I'm like, oh my God, Mike, stop saying pulley. It's the worst.
Keith, we really appreciate the tour. If you're watching, drop a comment. What do you think Keith should add to the No Whine Cellar? Is there anything left he doesn't have? Also, let us know how much he should sell us his York deep dish plates for. And let us know if you're ever going to come, if you've been to the No Whine Cellar before, if it's on your bucket list of home gym tours to come get a lift on in. Keith, supporting member, you could be one like Keith. Certified training facility, you could be one like Keith. If you're a supporting member, you could get on the Unpaid and Underrated podcast.
Yep.
Give it a listen, right? Unpaid and Underrated. It's on YouTube.
It's everywhere. It's pretty much everywhere. Okay. And then if you want to see any more about the No Whine Cellar on Instagram, the No Whine Cellar, go follow the Instagram. We are out here.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll catch you for the next tour.
Thanks, guys.